Hello, welcome back to Kaiserreich. I believe that our only chances right now lie in a daring maneuver that we've tried once before, but this one I think we're going to try a little bit more daring. And it's going to require Marines. The idea is going to be to land a handful of divisions basically around Mexico City and then try to rush for the most valuable victory points and hope that we can capitulate Mexico very quickly. Should that not come to pass, I don't believe we stand a chance. San Antonio is Texas. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we only have to really take a bunch of victory points down here in the south, and the Mexican army is right now engaged in the north. So I believe there is a very low chance that we could do this. In fact, I might actually just do a naval invasion with normal infantry because I don't think that they have any garrisons ready. So once again, we're going to Florida. And in the meantime, we have to deal with the north here in Spain. So Spain has capitulated. The front has now pushed into the Pyrenees, which is not where I want to be fighting. I'd rather be fighting through Marseille. If the infantry manage to land with a normal marine, or like normal naval invasion with normal infantry, then I'll use the Marines in Marseille, I suppose. Again, they didn't guard Marseille last time. Just waiting for everyone to get onto the line. We need to stop all these, like, motorized and all that. I don't think we're going to be able to hold this. It all rests on... Bohemia's capitulated. Yeah, Germany's about to fall. It all rests and relies on... either... Well, this is interesting. It all... Like, I wish the Canadians would just naval invade Mexico, because that would be all that's needed right now. But it all rests and relies on America getting online. But they aren't really... Like, they haven't recovered from the Civil War. So there's, like... There's no realistic expectation for them to be ready for war before at least 1942, I think. And that might be optimistic. Hungary's capitulated. Too strong. Yeah, right now, the enemy is too strong up here, so really all we have to do, or all we can do, rather, I think, is hold on and hope that we're pulling enough troops off the German line, but of course Germany is so deeply overtaken at this point, I don't think it's going to do it. Another thing we can hope for, I guess, is for Russia to decide to declare war on the Syndicalists. Though, that might be a hollow hope. I did see someone mention that in the comments earlier. You're gonna get pushed back. In fact, can I just retreat you? I don't want you to lose men. By the way, to everyone watching this and who's been sticking through the series, even though I had like a long hiatus, thank you so much. And also, two Sicilies that's actually pushing back the Socialist Republic of Italy, which might be related to the troops that have moved off the line. I'm also going to confirm, I guess, that the next series is going to be... Oh, the collapse of the Reichspakt, yep. Going to confirm, I guess, that the next... yeah, that's bad. The next series is going to be... Two Sicilies join the Entente, okay. Is going to be Union of Britain. And that should be dropping the moment this series is done. Oh, apologies. I had a drink of water and it sort of went down the wrong tube, I think. The game is stuck right now, which I think... apologies again. Which I think indicates that we have a capitulation of the German Empire, maybe? Like, the game isn't running right now. Like, nothing is happening. I can't click anything. It may have crashed. Which is not a good sign. Never mind. Okay, good. Empire of Japan declared war on Shanghai. Okay, so unfortunate timing of a lot of things. Union of Britain took Austria, I'm guessing. Yep. Austria, yeah, Georgia, Netherlands. Yeah, a bunch of peace deals just happened at the same time. Oh boy. And sounds like, or looks like, another one just happened. Berlin still stands. Oh, never mind. Follow Berlin. Good timing. Yep, there we go. The war is over. And now we are the only thing standing against the syndicalists. I say standing. I don't think we're doing that good of a job of it. Let's see. We can take this tile, I suppose. That's one thing we can do, I guess. They are probably, by the looks of things, especially this huge bulge here, they are probably going to retake Spain. Our only hope would have to be to have strong breakthrough divisions that could push up to these ports and encircle these guys. Because they're already quite low in organization because they've been rushing in. But I don't think, yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Frenchmen government is now, with the help of Japan, taking all of China. Now, of course, there's nothing that will, or could, I don't believe, pull Japan into a war with the syndicalists. I don't think that's something that happens. Hawaii has joined the co-prosperity sphere. We are now isolated in Barcelona. Yeah, the counter push is now happening. Spain is going to fall. We have some more American troops on the line, in Mexico at least. I'm just going to play it at, like, really fast speed right now, because we really have nothing else to do than just hold on here for dear life. In fact, I'm going to take him and pull him out and ship him down to the south, because I don't want anyone getting encircled over there. We already have this thing going on in Barcelona, which is really bad, and last time I tried this, it didn't work. I got my divisions killed. But if I try to pull you out into Algiers, that's not great. Then perhaps we can save him from Barcelona there. Yep. Nope. Nope. Oh yeah, no, it worked. It worked. Cool. Yeah, Spain is getting reconquisted. Miami to Veracruz. And you, I think, will invade. So what are these victory points like? 5, 2, 2. I mean, it's not terrible. So let's try that. Poland is falling. La Coruña is now encircled. You need to hold. Don't attack. That's the only place I could see you being effective in an attack. Yeah, there's just too many troops on the line. There's nothing we can really do right now. In fact, this is one of those situations where I think another orderly retreat from Spain is in order. Like, look at all this. There's so many troops. They're so low in organization that if we actually had even remotely equivalent troops, we would push all of this straight out of Iberia, but there's no chance as it stands of doing so. And honestly, I don't think this is realistic either. Russian Empire declared war on the Ottoman Empire. Doesn't really help us at all either. Ottoman Empire are not at war with us. I don't know if we can actually... I don't know if we could do this as an orderly retreat. We can try. At the moment, we are essentially the only ones who are defending this. I see the American Marines and stuff, but... So the reason I'm doing this again, I explained it in the last Spanish invasion that went mostly the same way. I can stay here and try to fight this out, but it's just going to end with me getting encircled, and I think it still will, because they have tanks and stuff at the ready here. So, if I retreat, at least there is a chance, however remote, that these troops can then be used somewhere else again. But if I just let them fall, then it's all over. At that point, we have to resign ourselves to the fact that we have lost the campaign. We have landed. In Mexico, you have to get to Lisbon as soon as possible. Yeah, we are going to lose a lot of these troops. I don't think that's avoidable at this point. Yeah, these guys encircled, completely dead. And you might say that the retreat contributed to the collapse of the line, and yes, it did. But it was just a question of when. It wasn't a question of if that was going to collapse. Those troops are going to be lost at some point anyhow. At this point, at least I get to do it on my terms. Like some of those troops, at least. If I don't do it on my terms, the enemy can dictate terms, and there's a chance that I lose all of them instead of some of them. It's a bunch of encirclements here in Mexico, which is... or against Mexico, which is really good. Those are Chilean troops. You go to Mexico City immediately. The rest spread out for victory points. We may want to keep one to hold a port, but right now we just need to rush victory points. Yep, dead. Unless we get to Porto. Why aren't you going to Porto as well? Follow Mexico City. Very nice. Durango is now the new capital. So that's where we're headed. You need to go somewhere else where we can take victory points, like here. Guadalajara as well. These guys are chilling, it looks like, so we'll leave them be. Not every campaign can go our way, and usually the Entente ones don't. And honestly, I wouldn't want it any other way, because if you win every time, then the victories stop mattering, right? It's not as exciting when... Like, it's not as exciting to cheer for the Patriots, right? Or the Buccaneers or whatever. Trying to speak in terms of American football, but I don't know all that much about it. Like, you don't want to cheer for the team that always wins. Unless you're boring, in which case, go ahead. Marines, right? Nope. Divisions, normal divisions. Join the army. So we got 17 out of 24. Looks like. Well, I may have spoken too soon. One of these might not get out. Yeah, it sadly does not look like he's gonna get out. Yep, there he goes. He's dead. There we have the Marines, whom I doubt we'll actually be able to use, because with Iberia now fallen again, nationalist leaflets in Tunis, yeah. With Iberia now fallen again, I mean, we could go to the Union of Britain where they only have tanks, and try to capitulate the Union of Britain. That could be good, but they're not the real threat. It's France. France is what's doing it right now. And now the entire Union of Britain Navy, I guess that's a big thing. But I think the Navy still persists, even if you capitulate them. They're just in exile, essentially. I don't like that we automatically got a front line there. Because it can cause the AI to do silly things. I would much rather they just rush victory points. How much more do we need to take from the Mexicans for them to capitulate? Not much. 91% towards capitulation. It controls 26% and it will capitulate when it has 20% or less. So we just need to take a couple of victory points. Monterrey might be enough. We also need to not lose any of the victory points. That's also just as vital right now. Sardinia, the naval invading Valletta. Can't really defend it. What's a capitalist? Tijuana, okay. German government in exile has joined, okay. I mean, I guess, thank you. Oh, yeah, there come the naval invasions. Let's try to defend against those. Before they get too entrenched. Look at all these troops. Like, they are basically fighting the two Sicilies, and they're fighting in here, and they're fighting me. Those are the fronts. So, at this point, it is a question of when we lose. So I believe this episode might be the final one. And the reason I say that is because I believe that the United States would be able to hold its own. So let's see, control of Mexico. That's owner United States. So we don't need that, but that Chihuahua is something we need. So the idea is, if I manage to capitulate Mexico here, I believe that we would essentially have a Cold War between the Syndicalists and I guess the United States of America and the Entente in Canada. Like this versus the rest. And Russia, of course, potentially like being a kind of like China in the Cold War with the Soviet Union. Like Russia and the Entente would be like uneasy allies against the Syndicalists, maybe, and like allies of convenience. And then the let's see, where can we rush for a victory point? They are all up here now. Yeah, we just need to rush up that way. Yeah, so we have like this situation where the Entente is essentially in the Americas and the rest of the world. Well, I mean, there's probably like maybe a war that goes on for many, many years in Africa with guerrilla warfare and stuff, like proxy wars essentially, I guess, with the German government in exile and all that. Owner United States, yeah, not. It's this. It's Chihuahua we need to take, I think. I think that's the only one. I don't think any other states are needed, or any other victory points are needed. Yeah, invest all. Why not? It's gonna be over soon anyhow. Sardinia is capitulated. Economy, no. Dockyard, no. Construction speed, why not? Oh my god, look at this. This at least was contained. New North African campaign. It's hard, because I got a micro with this, and I also got a micro that stuff up there. Oh, this might actually do it. Hold on. Didn't yet. Might still do it, though. Oh, yep, there we go. Mexico is capitulated. Yeah, so now I believe firmly that this would remain more or less the same. I don't see the war continuing all that much longer. Maybe like a phony war with, or just a naval war until there's some sort of like peace treaty eventually. I don't think we would hold Northern Africa. I think this war would continue and be different. And I don't think we would be able to sustain ourselves in North Africa. I think the Syndicalists would take Northern Africa and then slowly but surely, but it would take a long, long time, fight their way down Africa. I don't see it as realistic that we're going to win this war at this point. I don't think it's at all possible. I don't want to drag out this series with just me waiting for the United States to get industrialized. And I don't think it's realistic to expect the United States to even, industrialize and then win this war. I don't think that's something that would happen. It's something that can happen in the game, of course. If you look at factories here, the United States is getting online. But I don't think that's something that would happen realistically in history. I think the United States would try to get the fuck out of this war as soon as possible. And as so, I'm going to say that this is probably going to be the final episode. With the situation as I predicted, the Russians and the Entente maintain an uneasy alliance, or uneasy sort of pact, against the Syndicalists, and we have a Cold War. Probably some sort of, like, these borders are ugly, they would probably be cleaned up and not look like this, but probably have some sort of, like, a wall or an iron curtain or some of some sort towards the east. The despotic, autocratic Russia. Let's see, let's have a look at Japan. What would... yeah, Asia would probably... They would probably align a little bit with the Americas against the Syndicalists, because they still have an emperor and all that. And in order to sort of keep the syndicalism out of East Asia. So syndicalism essentially becomes a European phenomena, and potentially South America, which I assume the United States would do what the United States does to South America, and would probably support coups and invasions in order to prevent syndicalism from taking hold in South America. Anything else we need to talk about? I don't think so. Love this guy. Yeah, I think that's it. Middle East, well, I mean, with the collapse of the Ottoman Empire, I don't know what the Russians would do with that. If they would hold on to the territory or what. Or if they would leave, like, create a puppet state and leave things as is. This stuff, I mean, it's the Middle East. It's I don't know if it would be stable necessarily. The syndicalists would definitely probably get involved, as they would in Africa, and slowly but surely get, make their way down the continent, which would probably take in the matter of years, like, or decades. That might be like Africa might be the sort of like the site of most of the proxy wars and the Middle East, or the proxy wars between the Russia and the Entente and the syndicalists. With Kaiserreich, I guess, as attempting to remain unaligned, and of course, the Entente would mess with the Andean Pact whenever they would, as much as indicate some sort of approachment towards the syndicalists. Anyhow, that's it. That's going to be it for this series. I am sorry that it didn't go our way, but there is no chance of us winning this war at this point. I've done some wacky stuff with Norway in the past, but with this, I don't think it's gonna go our way. Thank you so much for watching, though. And the next series will be the Union of Britain on the syndicalist side, where we're gonna do some wacky stuff. So thank you so much for watching, and of course, I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.